Ever wondered what the upcoming 12.9-inch iPad Air model from Apple might hold for you? The tech world is abuzz with whispers and speculations about the design of the new iPad Air. As expected, the design renderings suggest a familiar iPad Air aesthetic, simply magnified to accommodate a larger display. One of the most fascinating alterations seems to be the redesigned camera unit at the back. It now juts out in a lengthened, pill-like shape, a departure from the single, round protrusion on the current iPad Air. This fresh design is reminiscent of the rear camera unit of the iPhone X and iPhone XS. On the front, the iPad Air appears akin to the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro, albeit with noticeably thicker bezels. There's a widespread anticipation for this device as Apple gears up for production, rumored to commence in the first quarter of 2024. Well, today we're going to delve into the details and see how this new model stacks up against its predecessors. At first glance, the new iPad Air model seems to pay homage to the past while embracing the future. It's like stepping into a time machine where the past and future coexist, offering a nostalgic yet fresh approach. Just like those beloved 4th and 5th generation models, the overall design of the upcoming 12.9-inch iPad Air bears a striking resemblance. It's a classic look that many of us have come to associate with Apple's design philosophy. But don't let that familiar look fool you. This new model isn't just a bigger version of what we've seen before. It's a fresh take on a classic design, scaled up to accommodate a larger display, offering more screen real estate for those who crave it. Now, let's talk about the camera. Remember the rear camera unit on the iPhone X and iPhone XS? Well, the new iPad Air seems to have taken a page from their book. Unlike the single, round, protruding cutout on the current iPad Air, the redesigned rear camera unit on the new model protrudes from the rear in a longer pill shape. It's a subtle change, but one that could make a significant impact on your photography and videography experience. Moving to the front of the tablet, the iPad Air continues to strike that balance between the familiar and the new. It bears a strong resemblance to the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro. However, there's a noticeable difference when it comes to the bezels. They're thicker on the new iPad Air, just like how the 10.9-inch iPad Air has thicker borders around the display compared to the 11-inch iPad Pro. It's a design choice that sets the iPad Air apart, and it's one that users who prefer a bit of extra grip might appreciate. So, while the new iPad Air model may share some design elements with previous models, it also introduces some striking new features. It's a testament to Apple's ability to keep the essence of their design language while constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. All in all, it's clear that this new iPad Air is shaping up to be a fascinating blend of the past, present, and future. So who is this larger iPad Air model actually for? Well, it seems that Apple is casting a wider net with this offering. The new iPad Air model is aimed at those who are craving a larger tablet than the current iPad Air, but aren't necessarily after all the bells and whistles that come with the iPad Pro. It's a middle ground choice appealing to those who desire more screen real estate for their viewing, reading, or drawing needs, yet don't require the high-end features that come with the Pro model. Now, this isn't the first time Apple has taken such a strategic approach. Just think about the MacBook Air lineup, where we see a similar pattern. There are those who prefer the portability and affordability of the 13.6-inch MacBook Air, while others might opt for the larger 15.3-inch model, which provides more space for multitasking, but doesn't pack in all the high-powered specs of the MacBook Pro range. Likewise, consider the iPhone 15 series. The standard 6.1-inch iPhone 15 is a solid choice for many, but for those wanting a bigger display, the 6.7-inch iPhone 15 Plus is there to cater to that demand. However, neither of these models carry the professional-grade features of the iPhone Pro models, keeping them within a more accessible price range for a wider audience. This approach by Apple acknowledges that not everyone needs or wants the top-tier features offered in their Pro models. Not every tablet user needs a LiDAR scanner or the ProMotion technology. Some just crave a larger screen for a more immersive experience, whether that's for streaming their favorite shows, scrolling through digital magazines, or sketching out their latest ideas. This new, larger iPad Air seems to be a reflection of that understanding, offering a more sizable display while eschewing the extra features and extra cost of the iPad Pro. It seems Apple is aiming to fill a gap in the market with this new iPad Air model, offering a larger screen without the premium features of the Pro model. So, if you're in the camp that's been yearning for a bit more screen space without the hefty price tag, this could be the perfect fit. Under the hood, the new iPad Air model promises to pack a punch. The word on the street is that this iteration of the iPad Air is expected to feature the M2 chip. Yes, you heard it right, the M2 chip, Apple's latest silicon marvel that follows the hugely successful M1 chip. Now for those who might be wondering, what's the big deal about this M2 chip? Well, let's dive a bit deeper. The M2 chip is Apple's second-generation custom silicon for Macs and iPads. It's built on an advanced nanometer process, offering a significant leap in both performance and efficiency. Imagine being able to run multiple high-demand apps simultaneously without the slightest hiccup. Picture yourself editing a 4K video or creating a complex 3D model on your iPad Air, and it responds as if it's a walk in the park. That's the kind of power we're talking about with the M2 chip. But it's not just about sheer power. The M2 chip is also designed to be incredibly efficient. That means you can expect longer battery life even when you're pushing your iPad Air to its limits. So, whether you're a digital artist working on your next masterpiece, a student researching for a major project, or a business professional running data-intensive tasks, the M2 chip is poised to deliver a seamless, power-packed performance. Moreover, the M2 chip also brings enhanced machine learning capabilities to the table. It's capable of performing up to 11 trillion operations per second, which is mind-boggling, to say the least. This allows for more advanced video and image processing, natural language recognition, and even augmented reality experiences. It's also worth noting that the inclusion of the M2 chip suggests that Apple is committed to making the iPad Air a viable option for those who need a powerful device but might not require the top-tier features of the iPad Pro. So there you have it. The M2 chip in the new iPad Air model is not just about an upgrade, it's about redefining what you can do with your tablet. With the M2 chip, the new iPad Air model could offer a significant performance boost. So, is the new iPad Air model worth your anticipation? Let's quickly recap what we've learned about this forthcoming device. The design echoes the aesthetic of the 4th and 5th generation models, yet it's been scaled up to house a larger 12.9-inch display. The rear camera unit has undergone a notable redesign, adopting a longer pill shape that protrudes from the back, a departure from the single, round cutout of the current iPad Air. This camera design, in fact, harks back to the iPhone X and iPhone XS models. Flip it over, and the front of the new iPad Air bears a striking resemblance to the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro. The key difference? Thicker bezels, a characteristic it shares with the 10.9-inch iPad Air. This design choice sets it apart from the 11-inch iPad Pro, which sports thinner borders around the display. But who is this larger iPad Air designed for? It's geared towards those who crave a bigger tablet than the current 10.9-inch iPad Air, but don't require the high-end features of the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, such as promotion or a LiDAR scanner. It's a strategy we've seen Apple employ with other devices like the 13.6 and 15.3-inch MacBook Air, and the 6.1-inch iPhone 15 and 6.7-inch iPhone 15 Plus. The performance of this new iPad Air is something to look forward to as well. It's rumored to be powered by the M2 chip, which promises to deliver impressive speed and efficiency. As for when we can expect this device, reports suggest that production could already be underway, with the new iPad Air slated for release early this year, likely in March. So, is it worth the wait? The final verdict will, of course, depend on your specific needs and expectations. But with its refreshed design, targeted appeal, and promising performance, the new iPad Air certainly seems to be stirring up some excitement. Whether the new iPad Air model lives up to the hype will ultimately be determined by you, the user. But one thing is certain, it's an exciting time to be an Apple enthusiast. And that wraps up our sneak peek into the new 12.9-inch iPad Air model. We're thrilled to continue this journey with you as we explore the latest and greatest in the world of Apple. If you're as excited as we are, show us some love by hitting the like button. Got thoughts? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section. And don't miss out on any updates. Hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of the curve. Until next time.